A while ago, I discovered one of the most Japanese areas in Singapore. This area has a shopping street that reminds me of Shotengai, which is a shopping arcade in Japan. Now, Singapore used to have Little Japan in Bugis before war. There were schools, clinics, places of worship, and businesses catering to the Japanese community. But fast forward to 2026, it's difficult to find something equivalent until I found this shopping arcade. My challenge today is to explore this entire arcade and find as many Japanese things as possible. I sense I can find a lot. Let's check it out. First impression, how the shopping arcade is designed, it really feels like Japan. Okay, I'm going to overlay a shopping arcade in Japan. Feels kind of similar, right? Like how it's sheltered out the roof and the energy and the community feel. So in Singapore, there are many shopping streets, like very retro old ones, but one with a roof is quite rare. I mean, check it out. It's so beautiful and retro. And immediately we are greeted with Sui Heng. I think it's a very old bakery since 1989. I sense I will get something later after my lunch. Let's find lunch. Wow, this food court looks quite popular. Ayo, I found something Japanese already. Mentai king with a ninja. Oh, they put mentai sauce on everything. I think I'll skip that because I'm on a diet because a lot of you comment I got fat over the years. I'm a Singaporean. You guys are very direct. It gives me motivation to lose weight. Hi. Thank you so much. What do you recommend here? Thank you. Bye. はい、視聴者さんおすすめのジャージャー麺5ドルです。一見日本と関係なさそうですが、日本人ジャージャー麺大好きなので、これもカウントします。いただきます。This is delicious. The sauce is so sticky and so much meat and look at the noodles. This is insane. いや、お前のダイエットどうなったんだよって話だと思うんですけど、不可抗力です。これは食べちゃう。Next dumpling $6. Also good, but I think I prefer the noodles much more. 中の具に少し臭みがあるかな。This shopping arcade is really interesting. You see how it goes all the way over there? It really reminds me of a Shotengai in Japan. And that bakery, there's Japanese. It says Pan Tatsujin. It means the master of bread. I wonder if they sell Japanese style bread. Is that why there's Japanese? Nah, looks pretty local to me. これシンガポールでよくあるんですよ。なんかよくわかんない日本語が使われる場合が多い。And a lot of times the Japanese use doesn't make sense at all. So it kind of cracks me up at the Japanese, but I understand their intention. I think Japanese brands have this image that is high quality. So businesses want to kind of piggyback on that idea. Wow, there's even Bendemeer Solo. Isn't it quite rare for a heartland to have this? Can I have the kueh salad, sagu malaka, talam gula malaka? Got some kueh because I really love the kueh. What happened to my diet? ほんとね、こんなにグルメが美味しいとね、ダイエット大変。Many sweets in Japan are just sweet, but this thing it's not just sweet, it has saltiness, it's very coconutty, pandan flavor, it's amazing. Makes me wonder what's there at level 2. It seems like someone's living there. Maybe it's like a shop house style, you know, doing business at level 1 and living above. シンガポール高いと思ってる人多いと思うんですけど、ヘアカット5ドル、ここは6ドル。こういうところに来れば、実はそんなに高くないんですよね、シンガポール。Okay, we came to the end. So this is the main shopping street where it's completely sheltered and we finished exploring it, but there's more to it. Check it out. Here we are. So there's actually a hawker center right next to it. Okay, I think the food choices, it's even better than the Japanese Shotengai. It's insane how crowded this hawker center is at 2 p.m. on a weekday. It must be really good. And next to it is a market. Unfortunately, many are closed already. There's such a beautiful community feel to this area. I would like to buy my groceries at a place like this, but it feels very intimidating, you know, like shopping at a wet market. But that's actually one of my video ideas. I want to experience wet market for the first time. Check it out, behind me, Sakura Spa, Nippon Paint, and a sumo wrestler. Also, I just realized that Bendemeer is quite central, so I wonder if I can see MBS from the high floor of this HEB. Unfortunately, no. I think this HEB is not high enough. I think I can see it from there though. This is something I like to do. I like to go up random HEBs to enjoy the view, the breeze. It's completely free and it's eye-opening how beautiful this country is. Plenty of greenery, even though it's a city-state. Why? I found a Sikh temple. This is so interesting because I know the Sikh, the population isn't that big in Singapore. Look at how beautiful it is. The white, the gold, how it's just standing there quietly. First time I see a restaurant that shows off its air conditioned. I think that tells you how old and retro this area is. Maybe back then when they just opened, there were many air conditioned restaurants. I found another Japanese, Mitsu no Hoshi. It means 3 stars, but I think it should be Mitsuboshi. So again, a lot of the Japanese are a bit off, and that's how we Japanese know if it's like legit or not.
Then you see the office, then you see what we do, then if you're not interested, then you continue your journey.
Okay, can. You take me? Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Yes, I met my viewer. So you have a business here at Bendemeer?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You want to show off his 3D printing?
Yes, 3D printing.
Wow. Whoa, your office. Wow, so cool.
This is all 3D printed. The handles are wood, 3D printed. Handles are wood, 3D printed.
Hey, すげえ.
So this is some of the things that you can 3D print. And this whole thing was 3D printed actually.
Wait, I recognize this.
Yeah.
Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the benefit of 3D printing?
It closed the gap between MOQ and one-off product.
Wait, what's MOQ?
Minimum order quantity. So you know when you buy things from China and they're like, oh, I want it at this cheap price. Yeah, you need to buy 10,000 pieces of it. It doesn't exist in 3D printing.
Why is that?
Because the machines make the items one by one and you don't need to make a mold. You don't need to commit to it.
This is amazing. Such an intricate thing. Also, like, it's done by computer, so there's like no errors, right? So these are the printers.
These are the printers.
Wow. It's working.
Yeah, it's working.
Printing right now. What is it printing right now?
This one is probably a case.
Isn't that a pineapple?
It looks like a pineapple, yes.
How much does one printer cost?
One printer, it goes anywhere from about $190 all the way to something like this, which will cost about $2,000. No, more than that.
I thought it would cost more.
3,500.
Oh, okay. Okay, not too bad. I thought it would cost much more.
It's not so bad. So I'm going to show you some existing projects. How about animal for Mandai Zoo?
Wait.
This is a pangolin that we are making for Mandai Zoo.
It looks woody, but
It looks woody. Yeah.
plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, this is impressive, Yiming. You know, like I have a secret dream of, like eventually buying like a mountain, a part of mountain in Japan.
Okay.
And build my own house. I know it's a crazy idea, but it's something I'm really very excited about. And I was wondering, wait, can I actually like 3D print tables by wood, like the stairs you need? Can use 3D printing?
Yeah. I mean, to a certain extent.
I'm also curious, like, it looks like everything is plastic. Wood and all those can?
Yeah. So, this is all plastic, right?
Yeah.
But it looks a little bit like wood, right?
But
you can't 3D print wood.
You cannot use, okay.
But we can 3D print it to look like wood.
How about metal?
Metal, yes, we can 3D print metal.
Metal and plastic can.
Metal, plastic, ceramic.
And how is AI changing your industry? Because in YouTube, like a lot of footage can be created by AI.
Right.
Scripting a video can do AI. I think like the data you can create from AI too, right? So it's much easier to make.
We don't use AI to create the 3D models directly. We only render images for our client to understand what we're doing. So that's how we're adapting with AI. It's actually a very useful tool for us.
Thanks, Yiming.
Thank you.
Take care. What a cool business. Okay, Bendemeer Market and Food Center. Again, right next to the arcade, a lot of food. Oh my god, what are people queuing for? Oh, I think it's hokkien meat. It says ancient taste. How cool is that? It's crazy because it is 3 p.m. on a weekday. What is this? Lunch, snack, dinner? Look at everyone queuing. So I ended up queuing for 20 minutes for this beautiful Hokkien mee. Again, the stall is called Hua Heng. It looks like they are doing this for very long. And again, a queue at the weirdest time, 3 p.m. It better be good. Cheers. Insane seafood aroma, wok hei. The sauce is so sticky. It sticks to each strand of the noodles. Let me try the prawns. Oh, that's sweet. Overall, very, very nice Hokkien mee. Hi, arigato.
美味しいですか？
これ美味しい美味しい。
AB ヌードルで。
そうそうそう。
はい。
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 You're very good, huh?
はい。少し。
少し。
はい。
すごい。So I came to a stall called Sanshi Hainanese Chicken Rice and the uncle speaks Japanese. I found another Japanese thing at Bendemeer. はい、ありがとう。ありがとう、ありがとう。Impressively, hawker uncle speaking Japanese. That's not a common sight. I find it so amusing how the uncle recognized I'm Japanese. He just started talking to me in Japanese because, you know, I think I'm quite localized already, and you know the funny thing, whenever I go to Japan, all the airport staff will talk to me in English. I'm like, I'm Jippunang, like you. I think it's how I dress. Like even in winter, I don't want to overdress. Actually, style la. A lot of time in winter in Japan, I just arrive like this, and no Japanese will dress like that in winter. So they auto assume I'm a foreigner. And also, I think it's how I talk and maybe behave. And I think I'm Singaporean already. Okay, I got their chicken rice. Wow, beautiful. So I got 2 of this for $11. The meat quite a lot, huh? Itadakimasu. That's good chicken rice. Chicken is incredibly moist, it's juicy. And I love how the rice is fluffy and has a nice firmness at the same time. It's almost like al dente rice. That's very good. What an amazing hawker. I wish I had more time and more space in my stomach. And best of all, you can find a Japanese-speaking hawker uncle at this hawker center. Impressive. Oh my gosh. I just realized you can actually go to level 2. I think I take the staircase from here. Remember how I was saying, I was wondering what's up there at level 2. Okay, we're gonna have to check this out. Okay, we are here. There's is that a hospital bed? Where have I come? I have no clue what this is. I see hospital beds and that scared the heck out of me. That looks like an uncle, but I think it's a mannequin. It's a mannequin, right? It just looks so realistic. I'm so scared. Uncle, you okay? Oh, yeah, mannequin. Thank God. It looks so freaking scary. What's happening? He got something coming out from his nose. Okay, honestly, I'm getting chills. Let's get the heck out of here. So that concludes my exploration of the Bendemeer Shopping Mall. So how many Jippun things was I able to find? Drum roll, ta-da! I think it was quite a lot, like quite honestly more than I anticipated. I think the biggest shock is the building itself, like how the shopping street continues very long and how it's sheltered, just like the Japanese Shotengai. ぜひ日本人の皆さんにとっても結構面白い、ちょっと懐かしい気持ちになる場所だと思います。A lot of shops, a lot of food, and there's a nice community feel to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys again in the next video. 10分間ザオリオ. Goodbye.